Hey girls, so I'm a huge baker. Like, I love baking. Baking is my thing. So I'm going to show you guys how to bake my famous oatmeal raisin cookies. Let's go! Hey girls, welcome to my kitchen. So, first things first, when you're baking, you gotta choose some good music. I highly recommend the Mountain Goats' There Will Be No Divorce. So, now that we've got that, we gotta get our drink. Coffee. Cold coffee. Right, so for those of you who wear your hair long, I recommend pulling it back and looking somewhat dorky and kind of scientific. Okay, no, you just mostly look dorky. But it's so that you don't get your hair in your cookies because that'd be gross. Plus the consistency and texture just really doesn't go with it. Right, so our first ingredient for today is a cup of shortening. Now shortening's kind of difficult to do just because it's oil and it just doesn't really get into cup form very easily. So I highly recommend using water displacement. So what you do is you get something that measures about 2 cups, or maybe even more, but what you're going to do is you're going to put in about a cup of water. Mine's a little bit more, so I'll have to dump some of the water out. And then you're going to take your shortening and scoop it in until it measures 2 cups. So that way you have a cup of water and a cup of shortening. And then you're going to take that and put it into your big handy dandy bowl. Alright, so I'll admit, it doesn't look that cute or appetizing, but that's okay, because we're adding sugar. Still doesn't look cute. Huh. Okay, so a little bit fun thing about brown sugar, it's kind of like spaced out. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a spoon and you're just going to kind of push it in. You're going to do that for an entire cup of it. Make sure it's nice and good and packed in there. Sweet! And now that you've got your brown sugar nice and packed in there, you're going to turn it upside down and plop it in there. Mmm, sweet deliciousness. And now you're going to add your eggs. I suck at this. Yeah! Woo! Now we're going to add the vanilla to... I honestly don't know what vanilla does, but it smells good. Ugh. Okay, it only smells good. Don't taste the vanilla. Vanilla tastes bad. The vanilla is bad, but it smells good. Now we put in our 1 overflowing teaspoon of vanilla. Yay! And then you take a drink of your cold coffee because you're getting there. Before you add your oats, you're going to want to stir. So you're going to want to beat out these like little chunks of shortening just because it'll be weird later on. But now it's starting to look more like it's going to turn into cookies, yeah? And now we put in our 1, 2, 3 cups of oats. Yummy! And now it's time for our 1. And then because you get bored, you invite a friend over. Hey! And a little bit more than half cups of flour. Sweet! And now that we've got our little bit more than 1.5 cups of flour in, we're going to want to put in 1 teaspoon of salt. And then a teaspoon of baking soda. And look at all that flour and stuff. And now that we've got all of our dry ingredients in, we're going to stir like madmen. And then you ball and roll those snickerdoodles that you made for your coworkers because it's almost time to go to work. And oh shoot, you forgot to bake these.